Hello, everyone. As always, I'm going to let people trickle in. I'm going to wait and see who else shows up. Hopefully, this is not a long live tonight. You never do know. You never do know. Stupid YouTube ads. Don't need them. Hey, Joker, how are you? Kind of the end of a busy, crazy week, if you know what I mean. How was yours, Joker? Area 51, how are you? I'm hanging in there. I'm probably going to try to be over on Discord later, catch up with the gang. Snapper Keeper Mike, thank you for jumping in on here. It's always good to see you. Appreciate the flyers. That's good, Area 51. How's your week been going? Matt. Okay, Matt. Matt, my apologies. There's so many things going on. So many people I actually follow on YouTube. Try to stay up with the content. I do screw up names once in a while. Please bear with me. I hear that, Joker. I hear that. Well, I tell you, last week, or 3 days ago, Mark and I headed over to Arkansas to catch the Black Crowes in concert. It's a fairly interesting show. Nice little amphitheater pavilion they've got over there. And hey, Survival, how are you doing? And it was a good little chance to get away from everything and think about, you know, where I was 30 years ago, what I was doing then, and it was it was a good time to get away and just get out and get out of the house and get away from town. And it was only a short drive over to Arkansas. It's about an hour and a half. Hey, Miss Lady. Yes, Survival. I don't remember liking them as much as I liked them in concert, but I thought they were pretty good. A lot of songs that I just didn't really associate with them. I kind of was like, oh yeah, that one, that one, that one. They were doing the 30th anniversary of the Shake Your Moneymaker album, and it was a good show. I'll say that musically they've still got it. And we got to set up in the lawn area, which was a really good place that you could see the entire stage and everything, and yet still be out of the crowd. I don't like crowds. Hey Brad, how are you doing? I don't like being in crowds. I've kind of got away from concerts the last 10 years of my life just because it has to be someone I like a lot before I'll put up with a crowd. And then you throw on like all the stuff from the last year that you know that we've been going through on top of it, and it just makes for a big mess. Hey, Doug's Monsters. Glad you're here. Yes, Survival, it is. I'm kind of more of a heavy metal guy, kind of more of like Megadeth, Slayer, Iron Maiden, that kind of stuff. But it was kind of bluesy old rock and roll, and for what it's worth, it was a good show. Mark found tickets. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry, my bad. My allergies have been killing me this week. And yeah, and it was kind of like good. The temperature was about 5 degrees lower over there, and and it was just a good night to just hang out underneath the stars and listen to some tunes, and then not have that far of a drive back. And the way they've got it all set up over there in the Walmart Pavilion, which Walmart owns everything in Northwest Arkansas. It's really crazy. But well, Tides, Slipknot and Hatebreed and someone else are are coming there soon. So oh Sherry, thank you. Sherry, I apologize. I didn't mean to go live at the same time you did. I just wanted to jump on while like I had a free hour. I've got to like make 2 phone calls after this, so I'm really not into weekend mode yet. But yeah, but like Slipknot and then Megadeth are coming through at There's 2 or 3 other decent looking shows lined up for that area. So Sherry, I appreciate that. I so hope I didn't step on your toes. It's getting where to me, if I'm going to go live at all, I just have to take the opportunity. Okay, and I'm gonna play yours after this, Sherry. So I've got your back. Um, but anyway, I just kind of have to go live where and when I can. I went. We'll get into the reptile stuff as I've got a handful of people in here now. I thank y'all for being here. Thank you guys for checking in with what I'm doing and how I'm doing. I always like hearing how you guys are doing. Last night seemed like the absolute greatest conditions we've had in 2 weeks to go out and look for critters. Um, at least so I thought. I I cruised about three 3 hours, probably about 3 hours. Went from like the Tulsa area up through Pawhuska, then through a town called Okesa, went over to Bartlesville, then went from Bartlesville back, kind of backtracked the same roads. Found one single frog. It was just not. You know, I'm kind of, I was kind of stumped because I found a large Great Plains rat snake. It was heartbreaking. It had been hit by a truck, and it had follicles, so it was a big female. It was pregnant, and that was kind of very heartbreaking thing to find. I'd much rather find those alive. And then I saw like one leopard frog, and I've kind of been in a funk where I haven't wanted to really go out and look for critters lately. I've just kind of been like in that dog days of summer kind of mode where I just stay around the house. Hi, Ariel. Thank you. Brutus, nothing. You got here just in time. I'm talking about striking out in a town called Bartlesville in Pawhuska, which is normally great snake cruising area, at least for basics like garters, nerotias, rat snakes, a few bull snakes. Man, nothing last night. And first ever hognose today, and it was dead. That stinks, but Brutus, you pay attention to that location because if it's on a road or in an area, I mean, you know they're there. I'm always saying Dior is data. Some people don't like that, but I mean, it's true. If you find something dead, that tells you there's an active population there, and that is heartbreaking. I would have loved to have found last night's Great Plains rat snake alive, and knowing it was a large female carrying the next generation was just a little heartbreaking. So apparently the snakes probably, if they moved yesterday, probably moved about an hour or two before I got out there. I've just been in kind of a bit of a creative funk where I haven't really wanted to do anything video wise. I haven't wanted to edit. I haven't wanted to shoot anything new. A lot of the things that I've uploaded recently to my shorts, my Instagram reels, stuff I filmed like, a couple of months back, or maybe something that I got this week or last week. And this was kind of saving the clips and, spreading them out because, I don't want to, upload 5 videos in one day especially things like shorts. It's kind of like I kind of like to do one here and then a few there. Um, Thank you, Mike. My Instagram Reels is probably my fastest growing platform. I'm kind of starting to think about maybe doing some live videos over there. Because my Instagram Reels, it's not going off the charts all the time, but it's seeing some real consistent growth. And my YouTube is growing, but it's growing slower. And what do you do? I do have a TikTok that I put some stuff out there that I generally wouldn't. Some of it's good, some of it's not so good. I kind of use it to stash some of the stuff that I normally wouldn't throw on my YouTube. Hey, thanks, Joker, man. I love you guys. I love Instagram. I love YouTube too. I hate to say that Instagram is probably starting to become my favorite platform, but with this nasty, nasty push we have towards vertical video, the shorts, the Instagram reels, the TikToks, things like that, it's just going to be the way things are for a while. And I've kind of learned how to embrace doing something different. Um, Thank you, Miss Lady. I'm really glad you're here. Always good to see you. Um, I hate, for the record, I hate shooting vertical video. Um, I absolutely hate taking a camera and flinging it this way when it's supposed to be this way. And, um, and it's just, to me, it's just not natural. My Instagram is, I'll go ahead and type it in the chat. I'm on Instagram at Wagner County Snake Hunter, all one word, spelled that way. It's a little bit hard to find. If you go there and look, you should be able to come up with it. Shorts have to be shot in vertical. Brutus, my understanding is yes, they do for maximum recognition, for maximum output. There's a YouTube tool in Shorts that, like, when you hashtag something Shorts, it links to that tool and it generates more traffic. Instagram Reels, I think, is the same thing, even though you don't have to tag it. You just have to share it to Reels. And I think they're all trying to like copy what TikTok's doing. TikTok, I think, if I read correctly, passed Facebook for the quickest or the most downloaded app currently in the United States. And actually, I'm kind of happy about that because I'm getting where I hate Facebook. Really, I'm getting to where I absolutely hate Facebook. If it wasn't for the fact that I keep up with a handful of people there that I have no other way to keep up with, I would set the account on fire. I mean, it's just what it is. Um, a disturbing a disturbing thing that happened to me earlier today is I have an acquaintance. He's not a friend. He's just an acquaintance, and I know him from Facebook. And he's sick with what's going around right now. And man, just to see people like wishing him to not make it or being ugly, just it's like, and Facebook doesn't do anything about it. You can report those accounts, and they still haven't. They don't. It seems like it's rare that they ever take anything um, down that's inappropriate or hateful or ugly. And it's like they want to keep it a safe space, but yet, um, it's just so stupid and so filled with hate. And it's kind of like, if you disagree with someone, that's one thing, but wishing ill upon them is just a horrible thing. It's ugly. It's the ugly side of human nature. Joker, I use Discord. Glad you asked. Discord is a really cool growing platform. It takes a little bit to learn how to navigate it, and I've got kind of another set of friends and family on there. Not really my snake people hang out on there. I keep in touch with most of them through Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. But you everyone should don't do Facebook. My mental health can't take it. Doug, I've seen a lot of stupid hate out there on Facebook, and kind of seeing them let stuff go that you report. Um, I'm kind of with you. I literally, um, you know, I, I'm sitting there like, gosh, if I couldn't keep in touch with my dad's friends, through Facebook, I would seriously be done with it. And there's a handful of groups out there. There's things that I'm into that are kind of like specialty things, like believe it or not, I'm a huge fan of like Unsolved Mysteries, the television show. Um, and so there's two or three fan groups out there dedicated to that show. Excuse me. Sorry again. I am a true crime junkie. That's one thing a lot of people probably think I play with snakes 24 hours a day. I don't. I do like snakes. I do enjoy them. I like all reptiles. But you kind of got to do different things every once in a while, or you'll lose your cool. Mr. J, how you doing, bud? It's good to good to see you. Good to see you in here. You yeah, definitely. Benjamin, I didn't know you tapped out at your limit. Yeah, and mystery stuff like Bigfoot is a good example. You know, yeah, and Mike, I'm the same way. Like, if it weren't for one or two specified groups, I would be so out of there. What happens is when you have friends who are like public figures and they've ran for office, like locally in your city or state or town, they have to, if they like have a Facebook, there's certain laws that like prevent them from blocking people. And with all the skullduggery that's going on today and a lot of different political factions, I kind of don't know why they wouldn't just go ahead and block people who are haters anyway. And I mean, like, like, is the Department of Justice going to, really investigate someone who's blocked someone on Facebook, even though you're not supposed to as an elected official? You got to think about that. Hey, Solo, good to see you here. Yeah, that one was creepy, Benjamin. Um, anyway, to recap, for those who came in late or just come in um, a little later, um, I started out talking about going over to Arkansas with my friend Mark, who got us tickets to the Black Crows. And they were doing the 30th anniversary of Shake Your Moneymaker, which I forgot had a lot of good songs on it. And I had a good time with it. It was just a nice night to get away, kick back, and hang out and listen to some music. Would have been a good night for a few drinks if I still drank. I don't drink anymore. Haven't in 7 years now. Um, so, but anyway, I was kind of enjoying getting into the whole vibe about music and the night out versus all the other reptile stuff I normally do. I will say this: if ever you are in Northwest Arkansas and you like live music and you get a chance to check out any band you like at the Northwest Arkansas Amphitheater, it is one of the nicer amphitheaters I've been to. I've been to ones in Dallas, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Kansas City. Um, the one in Northwest Arkansas is really pretty nice. 14 watching, 13 likes. Please hit that like button. Yes, Mr. J, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you reminding people. And I have to actually okay those. Why does YouTube, hide the, when you type in someone's chat, hit the like button. Why does YouTube hide that comment like it's somehow inappropriate? Um, I personally don't know. I don't know why. Like I could see them like hiding f bombs or something like that. Red cups. This is a Quick Trip cup solo, and Quick Trip convenience store. Yeah, red solo cups. We have those too. This is actually a small one, Doug, or this is a large, but I have like a lot of times I buy the extra large, and I'm notoriously addicted to their unsweet iced tea. Drink it all the time. If you're ever do 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 if ever you see a guy inside Quick Trip and he's getting an extra large iced tea, two of them, and he's wearing a ball cap backwards, he has glasses, that's probably me. Two metal for you. Hey, two metal for you. Message me on Facebook because we've been looking for you over on Discord. And we don't know. Yeah, they do come bigger, Doug. And two metal for you. Message me on Facebook because I think we were looking for you on Discord, and we weren't finding you. So I don't know if you got hooked up. But anyway, to get you caught up, two metal. I was just telling them about catching the Black Crows over in Northwest Arkansas, and Slipknot are coming up with a few bands, and then Megadeth. That tour's rolling through there. So we're kind of in here kicking it about music tonight, and it's kind of good because it's kind of a departure from just snake-related stuff or nature-related stuff. That's an optical illusion. This is actually 32 ounces, which that may be big. They do have a 44 ounce. I don't have one in here. But yeah, Slipknot are pretty good live. I like them. They're with coming with Hatebreed and someone else that I want to say I like a few of their songs. But anyway, to me, it's kind of one of those experiences that tells you it's good to get away from what you normally do. Like I am generally out looking for snakes, hunting for snakes, and it was kind of nice to just go listen to some rock and roll for an evening and hang out with an old friend that you haven't caught up to in a while. Yeah, same tour is rolling through Camden, New Jersey. Lamb of God's going to be there. A few other bands. It's I can't remember. Is Fear Factory going to be there, Joker? Or are you just saying you like Fear Factory? I can't remember. Bob Seger, no, Mr. J. Bob Seger will not be there. Although I think he has played there before. Bob Seger has a couple of good songs from back in the day. I like him. But as some of you who know me on a personal level know that I kind of struggling with I'm pushing the big 50. Some of you guys know that I'm struggling with the fact that I'm like no longer 20 and can climb mountains and do all the things I used to do when I was younger. So anyway, when I go to a concert from a band that was like popular, or their height of their popularity was like 30 to 25 years ago. I think that was their biggest time. Those first two albums, they were just big for them, and a lot of hits, a lot of people your age there, which is kind of interesting because like sometimes you go to concerts and you feel like you're the old man. There were a lot of people there my age. KNC Mystic Mountain Morphs. Instagram, I believe, is owned by Facebook. So I think you can keep it separate, but I think they're kind of trying to merge them. Um, yeah, if you're working on 70, 50 isn't nothing. Mr. J, I'm going to be 50 later this year. I will say that. Yeah, we're vintage, not old. We are vintage, not old. I'll definitely give you that. Um, and part of me is working on um, just kind of accepting, where I'm at in life. Accepting the fact that I can't fight tigers and lift refrigerators and do all the things that I used to do. And so, I kind of think that's part of my fascination with vintage TV and vintage nature programming. I'm also a huge vintage nature programming fan, and that's really why a lot of why when I was younger made me say, "Hey, I want to be a wildlife photographer. I want to be a wildlife videographer." A lot of that came from watching things like Wild America in the early 80s, Nature and Nova in the early and mid 80s, the old classic National Geographic specials from like 1965 to 1992, 93 could not be beat. Even if they weren't about nature or weren't about animals. Yeah, things like Gold, Yukon Passage, Polynesian Adventure, the stuff on Louis Leakey is, all that stuff is stuff that is, excuse me again, sorry. Uh, we had a rainstorm come through and it's just fired up everyone's allergies. So, but, it is what it is. But basically, that's kind of how I got started in nature photography and videography. Is I started out being a fan of just nature programming. Marty Stouffer, Wild America, back in the day. Absolutely right, Mr. J. It was a classic. Classic show. Yeah, and birthday's just another for me. I understand that too, Joker. I mean, I don't want anyone jumping out of a cake or anything. But yeah, we don't celebrate birthdays, do we, Ariel? Um, your channel's been interesting this week. I can appreciate some of what you've done, the shorts and stuff like that. But basically, I was kind of a fan of National Geographic overall. It was a huge push um, towards me making a career in film, and a lot. I learned a lot. I will say this from watching those old videos, and later going back and talking to some of these people, and talking to other people who have had shows on Animal Planet, other things, other filmmakers. They've made it into my path along my journey. Most of whom I'm still in touch with to some degree, some I'm not, and that's unfortunate. But and it's just kind of one of those things where what led me here was kind of that stuff. Like, if you ever get the chance, you can find some of them on YouTube. Things like Strange Creatures of the Night, which was a National Geographic special. Uh, Polar Bear Alert, that was another great one, another great National Geographic special. One from 1968 called Reptiles and Amphibians, that was a good one. And one of the ones that my assistant Autumn, who is, she went to bed early tonight. So that's good. She needs a rest. She's had a busy week. She actually tracked down and found for me. She like went all through the top tiers of like National Geographic because it's been out of print for ages. And no one's ever seen a copy of it. It's never been in their store. It's called The Animals That Nobody Loved, and it's about rattlesnakes, which are one of my favorite things. and it also deals with like wild mustangs and coyotes, and they talk about, animals that a lot of people consider vermin, and then some people are fighting to protect. Um, definitely a classic episode. Very, very hard to see, but if ever you get the chance, it's definitely worth it. Squatch, man, and Squatch, half this live I've been talking about my trip to Arkansas to see the crows over in Rogers. Um, Really interesting to see how Northwest Arkansas has grown up over the years. I used to roll through Fayetteville like 20 years ago, and it didn't seem like anything was there except the university and Expedition Unknown. Exactly, that was a good show. I'm definitely tracking along those same lines. And and honestly, in all fairness, um, I'm kind of like a lot of the cryptozoology stuff, like Bigfoot, Abominable Snowman, Loch Ness Monster. Um, I kind of think if that stuff was real, someone would have found a bone, or we'd have had a body. But at the same time, I'm also not discounting it out, and I really think that some of the programs about that are fascinating. And I've got a friend named Joe in Texas who's really ate up with Bigfoot stuff. He's been ill for a while. I haven't heard from him. If you've heard from Joe Landez, man, let me know. Drop me a message or shoot me a PM on social media. But literally, my Instagram is Wagner County Snake Hunter. I did put it in the chat. I'll throw it in again if I need to. I definitely am hoping a lot of people do follow me there, just because my reels seem to be really taking off. I mean, like my TikToks, I can go through and hashtag them right, and hashtag them the way like someone would suggest they be hashtagged. And yeah, I get 20, 25 views. My YouTube shorts, I maybe get 100, 150 views. I throw it on Instagram Reels and I might get 500 to 2,000 views. Instagram Reels seems to be the one that's really growing right now. If growth is something you're interested in, I realize not all people who create content. You had to go there, Squatch, didn't you? Not all people who create content are interested in growth. So, yeah, Benjamin, dump someone else. Follow me on Instagram because, man, you know me, I'm cool, and I appreciate it, and I follow you. Um, Bigfoot does exist. My mirror sees one every day. Guys, go check out Adventures with Squatchy sometime. He's got a fun thing going on where he's doing a daily vlog, and he did herping videos for a while, and he still does them where and when he can. It's kind of like right now. I think we're both in the funk of where we live is kind of like laterally along the same line. He lives over in Arkansas. I'm over in Oklahoma. It's so dadgum hot that not a lot of stuff is moving, and it's been dry. It rained here today finally, and that just flared the allergies up. It didn't rain enough to really get anything growing. Maybe rained enough to prevent a grass fire or two, but we haven't seen a lot of snakes on the move. At least I haven't. Some of my friends made it to other parts of the state have. Good on them. Keep killing it, guys. Keep throwing it down and posting those pics. Ariel, I first started on TikTok like 2 years ago, like before anybody knew about it. It came out, and I thought, I'm going to jump over there and just see what it's about. And I kind of was a little spooked of it at the time because, I knew it was a Chinese made app. I knew that there might be some kind of, security concerns that later we heard about. And then it's kind of like, I'm sitting there going, if you use social media at all, you should have security concerns. If you own a phone, if you own a smartphone, be it an Android or an iPhone, you probably should have some security concerns. Just because, we know how these devices all keep an eye on us. I don't want to get too deep into stuff like that because I don't want this live to get taken down. And I'm going to probably end it pretty quick. If anyone has any questions, let me know now. We can hang out a little while longer. I didn't really have a lot to throw out there tonight, and that's kind of okay. I still like to just kind of go live every so often. I don't want to be one of these people that go live every night and then really don't have a lot to talk about. I kind of like when I go live, you guys kind of get to catch up with me, and I get to catch up with you. But yeah, it's been super dry, and it's just like it's hard to find snakes and things when it's super dry. I mean, at least in my experience. We got a little bit of rain here tonight. There'll be some amphibians. My wife found a bark scorpion in the house last night, and that was while I was out road cruising. And once again, Squatch, I hit the area between Bartlesville and Pawhuska and some of the little towns. Look that up on a map sometime because that's someplace I seriously think I should drag you, like in spring when it's really hopping. Bartlesville to Pawhuska. Look that up. Um, but anyway, we've had a rash of scorpions around here lately. There's a lot of construction going on. Some of you guys, I know you may have heard this a couple of times. My apologies. But dealing with scorpions is a never present thing around here. So, anyway, we're always on the lookout for critters and things like that. And yeah, right, Sherry. It's just kind of like I kind of like going live and just throwing out stuff. And I generally like to have a reptile or conservation related topic. But then I'm sitting there thinking, my channel, you know, get a little bit of me in there and just not the nature stuff. I mean, I kind of don't want to get into things that are too controversial on this channel because I am concerned about growth for this channel. I mean, I'm trying to grow this channel to help me market video, and I've got a couple other strategies I'm working on too, which I'm not going to discuss at this point in time. I will probably do a video on those later, and I may do it as an unlisted video, only send it out to like-minded people who are interested in licensing footage. If you're interested in licensing stock footage, I don't care what it is, nature, weather, urban settings, sports settings, whatever it is, make contact with me. Let me know because I've been picking up on some things that I've learned recently, tips that some people who work full time in the industry have given me. I would love to pass those on to you, but I'm not going to know if you don't let me know. Even if you feel we may be competitors, don't worry about it. I would gladly try to do what I could to help you. Two Metal, my gout is better. And definitely check out Discord if you're looking for a new platform where there's like less hate. You can follow different people's channels. It's kind of like Telegram in a way, and I like to spend some time on there. I just really was so disheartened when I see just this bizarre, incredible hatred espoused on social media, and to know that people are reporting it and nothing's being done about it. And Facebook just says, you know, we don't care. Well, why should I subject you and give you guys advertising time? Ariel, you keep bringing up platforms terms of service. If you want to, let me know in the comments or shoot me a message later about what you're concerned about. Um, Um, Brutus, Discord has channels and you can post video. I think they're still working on that end of it. I know you can post a link to like a YouTube video or an Instagram video, things like that. Can you run your own native video off Discord? That's something me and that guy, the Tides Joker, have been messing around with. Actually, I'm going to say, let me give all the credit to the Tides Joker. He's the one that's been messing around with it. You can do video rooms there where like you can video chat with people. And yeah, and you can run your own on it. And like I have a room on there where there's Joker and some other of my friends. We all get together and cut up about things. None of it is snake related usually, but Discord has some features that are worth looking into. And the fact that you can do like a video conference and like have four people talking in the same room at the same time is really a cool thing. For me, it's very useful. It's kind of like going live, but it's kind of like a Zoom meeting, I guess. I haven't used Zoom a lot. Don't have any school age kids, and I haven't done any classes or doctor's appointments over Zoom. But it's like if there's four people in the chat, there'll be like four open windows. You can show your face or you can keep it hidden. You can turn off your microphone and just listen to the other people talk. You can turn on your microphone and you can talk. One thing to me that really helps with Discord is kind of like TikTok. You need a fairly strong internet connection, at least in my experience. When I've tried to open Discord away from the house and I'm not hooked up to my Wi-Fi, I haven't had the best of luck. It can work and works well for the chat, but for like video meetings, things like that, I've tried to join Discord video chats when I'm like driving on my way home from snake hunting, and generally it picks up too much road noise, and then it's like you go through a dip in a valley. The connection's not that great. Um, and maybe that's my phone, maybe that's my data plan, maybe that's not Discord. I enjoy Discord. Not gonna lie, I enjoy it. I go to Discord and find people that I want to visit with that I know that are going to be good. Yeah, Brutus, it is. I think it's more complex than I first thought when I first jumped over there. I thought it was just text, but like you can like log on and join a server, and then you can be involved in video stuff. You could create your own room. That Tides Joker guy, he knows a lot about it. And if I could remember my name on Discord off the top of my head, because I know it's not my regular real name. Um, I don't know. But anyway, let me know if you're interested in hooking up with me on Discord. And when I'm sitting down in front of it and looking at my name, I will figure out a way to either message you on Instagram, Facebook, give you something through YouTube or through email. And we'll hook up that way. But, gang, I am going to get ready to get out of here. Someone made a good point earlier, and I do want to address this while I still have you all here. Someone said something, I think it was Benjamin Payne. I think he said something about you wouldn't let a group of people into your living room to abuse you. And that's kind of what Facebook is like. And I hate to say this, but I totally agree. Some people, on Facebook, I'm like friends and family only, and generally, I'm not accepting new users, new people. I tell people catch me on Instagram, Wagner County Snake Hunter on Instagram. Go follow me there. You can message me there. The only thing that's not there are the groups and things. But there's like things like Reddit that has the same groups. Reddit's interesting. There's a lot of information on there. Discord, I wouldn't doubt, has stuff like that. We just haven't found it. You're right. I mean, Ariel, the toxicity I saw tonight had to do with a medical issue. And once again, I'm not judging people one way or the other, but to sit there and like laugh about someone who's sick and not doing well is disgusting. I just don't know what is wrong with people. I mean, I don't know why people are so hateful and vile in their heads because, like, I may totally disagree with you about something that I feel very, very passionate about, but, but I don't want to see, harm befall you because of it. No, I'm tracking with you too, Metal. I'm kind of, I'm paying attention to you. But the thing of it is like I've had a long term beef with some people who collect rattlesnakes commercially because they do it. They go out and they use gasoline and they kind of catch like thousands of snakes at one time, or hundreds of snakes, so to say. They gas burrows. And even though, like, I just vehemently disagree with the way these people hunt snakes. One, I don't like hunting snakes, period, because I just don't think they're appropriate food animals. You can't eat them if you're starving. It does not taste like chicken. It's gross. But right, I don't bash anybody, and some people are so quick to judge and hate and things like that that it's just kind of like, Facebook has really become a disgusting, hateful place for a lot of people. And granted, you can maneuver it correctly, set your stuff to where only your friends can see it, and you can stay fairly insulated from a lot of that. Um, but at the same time, it's just like, it's just kind of like, yeah, why do we need so much hate in the world? Let's work through our differences. Let's say, hey, I disagree with you. Here's why. And you may not be my brother, I may not love you, but let's figure a constructive way to work through this. I mean, because slinging hate on the internet is to me just really stupid. And it's kind of like sooner or later you might run onto that person you're mouthing off to, and you're not behind a keyboard anymore. And they may rearrange your face, and even if they're wrong. Um, you know, and but anyway, enough about Facebook. You're right, Doug. Hate is born from ignorance, and there's a lot of people who are educated, but in fact they are idiots socially. Could have said it better myself, but gang, I'm going to go ahead and cut it out of here. It was a good week. It just wasn't a normal week. Um, Went over and caught a cool concert in Arkansas. Black Crows. They're on their 30th anniversary tour for Shake Your Moneymaker. If you were into them and like that kind of rock, you won't be disappointed if you catch the show. If it's not your jam, hold out for something that is. But get away this week. Get away from your normal this week. That's what I really want to leave you with. Get away from your normal. Do something that's not your normal. And hopefully, I pull out of this funk soon, get back to producing more snake videos, more nature videos. I'm having fun with the bug shorts, even though they're not really entertaining. A lot of people are liking them, and a lot of people are seeing them. Mike, thank you for all the flyers, Mike. Mr. J, good night to you, brother. Um, Two Metal, be in touch. And I understand if you're tied up right now and you're not a techie, I get it. Um, it took Joker had to walk me through a lot of things over on Discord. Sherry, thank you for dragging some people in. I'm sorry, I am going to let yours play after this. Benjamin, Doug, Solo, thank you guys for stopping by. Squatchy, better late than never. Hit me up soon, Squatch. We need to catch up. Um, I don't know if you'll be around later tonight. I've got 2 phone calls right after this, um, and then I might be free. Brad Clark, it's always good seeing you. Two Metal, take care. And I'm going to go ahead and end this here. Do something different this week. Do something that is out of your ordinary. Yeah, Casey, I'm going to head off. I'm going to head out of here. And I'm going to head out of here for the evening because I'm kind of like just wrapping this up. Sherry Lynn, please do send me your Discord. I'll be in touch. Brutus, find some snakes. Get a life, Hognose, Brutus. This is your year. You're going to do it. Eric B, thank you for stopping by. KC, I'm sorry I'm not. Sorry I wasn't going to be on later. Normally my lives do run a little longer than an hour, but this one I'm just gonna cut this off because I don't know. I'm just kind of running out of things to talk about. But I appreciate you guys all stopping by, man. Every thumbs up, it means a lot. Thank you, Ariel. Been thinking of you this week, Ariel. Believe me. You message me anytime. I may not get back to you right away, but I will read your message, Ariel. Please don't think I don't. It'll just some time before I see it and before I respond. So, gang, take care. And if I leave you with something this week, do something out of the ordinary. Do something you don't normally do. If you like to fish, go shopping. If you like to shop, go boating. Me, it had been a while since I'd been to a concert, and I got to go to an outdoor one, and it'd been 2, 3 years, and this wasn't even my favorite band, but it was a great time just hanging out, being with friends. So thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate all the support and love, and you guys, you know where to find me. If you have any questions after it, you're going streaking. You've motivated me. Brutus, do so. Just don't upload it to YouTube. It'll get your channel nuked. Exactly. Two Metal and me. I hadn't been to a concert since X and the Violent Femmes in 2019. I think that was the last concert I went to, and I'm really into X. Not so much into the Violent Femmes, but I'm really into X. That old school punk rock stuff. That's my jam. That's where that's the kind of stuff that I live for. And I so was like hyped after that show. And then not long after that, I lost my dad, COVID hit, all these things happened. And I've just been pulled down by life. So, I'm going to encourage you to go outside and break your comfort zone. I haven't seen a wild snake in 2, 3 weeks. And it's honestly kind of been refreshing. It's been something different. I've been doing other things. Ramones and Dead Kennedys, absolutely Benjamin Payne, straight up my alley. Brad, Reba's from my neck of the woods. I would probably stand in line for 3 hours to watch Reba because I like country too. Squatchy, don't encourage Brutus, please. Two Metal, I saw Slayer in 2010. I did not catch their final campaign. I kind of wish I would. You have a snake named Sid Vicious. Yeah, Benjamin, I'm sort of into Black Flag. I'm into the Misfits too. But Black Flag are my number one. The Ramones, absolutely. All that old punk stuff. That's my gig. So I may go crank some of it. You guys may have inspired me. Do something outside your comfort zone. Do something to break your monotony if you want to. Thank you for watching, gang. See y'all later.